And now for the slightly more exciting and probably 1,000 times the easier to survive on map. Farm. 20 rounds of running circles here and shooting zombies. So. My nose is itchy. Alright. Come here, zombies. The one thing that's kind of unfortunate about this map is there's not really much for wall guns. There's the Olympia and I think the MP5, and I think that's literally it. This map has like the fewest wall guns you've ever seen. I mean, I guess technically there's the Galvanuckles, but that's not really a gun. It's a melee. And they're over here tearing stuff down. Where you at, buddy? Oh, you're upstairs. How dare you? How dare you destroy the windows up here? Alright, so this map, fun little story, as if anybody would ever care or even possibly think to look or remember. Years ago when Black Ops 2 came out, I played this map first before Transit or Town or anything. I was like, oh, farm, that sounds exciting, because kind of at the time I lived on a farm still, so I was like, I'll play that map. Well, I was, I guess you could say, super sweaty, and I went to like round 39 first game, right? I was like, oh, I'm sure, you know, this leaderboard will say, oh, I'm like 1,000,000th position or whatever. No, I may have been in like the top 100 people for farm for like the longest time for like the solo map. I mean, this was all within like the first year of Black Ops 2. Like, Origins wasn't even a thing yet when that happened. So that's just how young into the life cycle of Black Ops 2 that happened.
Double points.
And I think the last time I checked, which this has also been several years ago, because I have not played my PlayStation 3 in an extremely long time, I think it was still within like the top 5,000, which at this point, round 39 is nothing impressive. I'm sure people have hit round 100 on this map, or have come pretty darn close. But at the time, I was like, oh, that's exciting. I've somehow gotten super far up in the leaderboards, and I didn't even think I did all that well on the map. Okay, zombie. Should definitely get Jug here as soon as possible, before another one decides to run up and pull a 2-swipe on me. The real bad part is they do that right there. They will jump up onto that balcony, which is kind of annoying. Because there's no place to actually, like, camp. There's kind of a place you can run the circle strategies, training, or whatever you want to call it. Rounding them up and keeping them from pummeling you. You just need one more of you. Knock about Jug. Alright. Anyways. We are 3 of 8 maps into this. Can't remember how many maps are on this. So there's Transit and these 3 maps. That's 4. Dire Isles 5. Buried 6. Mob of the Dead 7. Origin. Yeah, there's only 8 maps in Black Ops 2. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like there's definitely more, but I guess it's because we have like Turn and Grief, and there's like subsections of other maps like Mob of the Dead, but they're not survival maps, which sort of baffling to me that they never did do a survival map in either Buried or Mob of the Dead. But they did Turn and Grief on them, which is, I guess, okay. Honestly, Grief is one of those modes that really cool. It'd be nice to see it return. Although, actually, never really played it much, just because I don't know if it was just the games would last really long, or if people were just bad at it, because sometimes they'd be super short, and then sometimes they would take forever. That, and people would throw EMP grenades and disable the perks and everything, and then everybody suffered, and it was, yeah, I don't know. Alright. I'm going to buy double tap first. Really don't need speed cola yet. I just need firepower, which I'm going to go to the box. Pretty much no point in keeping the 1911 because there is no Pack-a-Punch. Even if there was, I probably really wouldn't worry about Pack-a-Punching it. Because there's no PhD flopper. Fun. This is the game where they absolutely decided PhD is the bane of their existence, and they can no longer have it in the game. Like, it took all the begging and moaning and crying from the community to finally get it to come back in Origins, and then they nerfed the explosive dive damage to, like, it doesn't even kill afterward, like round 10 or 12. Which, to be fair, if you're dolphin diving on Origins and causing explosions with PhD flopper, you're doing something incredibly sketchy. There's not entirely a lot of places you could even dolphin dive to get an explosion to go off. Oh, I guess they brought it in, buried as a perma perk, which again is cool, except if you don't dolphin dive like off this, you'll take fall damage and you'll lose it like that easily. And you know, in buried, there's lots of places to fall off of. Even if they ain't very high, it would actually kill you. It's just enough to be annoying. Hello, zombies. I'm definitely gonna need speed cola soon. Do I get the nuke? Yeah, why not? There's not anything else really I need to get other than just guns. Which probably should swap this MP5 out. That I got a chance. Type 25, it'll do okay for now. I definitely want that. Alright, we're in business. The real problem is going to become the fact that they're going to be sprinting and they're going to be on fire when they get to me, and they're going to explode and like stun damage me. Like that one could have. You know, I've played some of the, like, I guess, community servers for this, where they have PhD on these maps that negates that splash damage from them exploding, and just that much of a difference makes this game so much more bearable. Or like this map, so much more bearable to play. So when they get close to you, they don't automatically inflict damage from you killing them. Wow, the recoil on this gun is insane. It kicks so hard left to right. That's another thing I think they did shortly after Black Ops 2 came out. They're like, oh, the assault rifles and LMGs are too good. We need to nerf them. Let's increase their hip fire and also jack the recoil up while also reducing their ammo count. It's like, why? Nobody asked for that. I know that was a big stink with people. And another fun fact is, for a while, you couldn't ADS these guns. I mean, you could, but your bullets would never hit where your sights were at. Ever. And I think there's still a few of them that are like that. I think the SMR is one of them, and then the Unpack-a-Punch M82 Barrett is also the same way. It's not as bad, but like at longer distances, which, you know, it's a sniper rifle, right? You would shoot long distance. You would miss a target and watch your bullet hit completely in the wrong spot. The SMR is still the same way, but I don't think anybody cares enough about it because it's so bad anyways. It's good for making points, but that's about all the good the gun is. And truthfully, when you use it, you're better off just to hip fire because at least you know where your bullets might hit. If you don't hip fire, you're just kind of possibly throwing bullets wherever it feels like. Shotgun. That Type 25 is okay, but the recoil is so bad. Oh, yay. What button is that? Oh, that button. Uh-oh. Are you serious? What did that just bounce off of? How about... Go away! Stupid EMP grenade. I was trying to get rid of them and then... No, it's gonna... Invisible wall barrier? Really? You're gonna... Hey game. Okay, thanks. Glad I got stuck on another invisible wall barrier. Jeez. So nice I lost Speed Cola. Well, I didn't lose it, but disabled it because for whatever reason there was an invisible wall that it bounced off of, even though I just threw a regular grenade and it did not do that. Like, what sense does that make? Now, let's recreate the situation here. I throw my grenade and it goes into the lava pit over there. Oh my gosh. Box is giving me the same 4 guns now. Just gonna have to kind of run around out here because I don't have Speed Cola now. The reloads are a little too slow to try to stand in one spot now. Oh, there it came back finally. Shoot back Galvan Knuckles in a second. They're still at least useful. Also, the zombies are still spawning. It's only round 10. Alright, buy the Galvan Knuckles, because why not? Then run back up here and hit the bot before I fuck up again. Go away! Should have just never picked it up, honestly. Been better. Would not have accidentally EMP'd myself. We know what this is going to lead to. I'm going to die before round 20, but I have quick revive, so maybe I won't. Well, I take it back. This game will probably find some way to down me in the most unrealistic scenario possible, right? And so while I'm in quick revive, somehow the zombies will just magically maybe not leave, and as soon as I stand back up, they'll insta-down me. I speak from experience on that. I just wish I could have recorded these events. Because I know it's happened, and actually I feel like it's honestly probably happened to me more than once. Not specifically in this game, in this map, but I've had instances where I'm down from quick revive, and the zombies just stand there. Like, they don't know where to path to anymore. And then as soon as you stand back up, you have no jug, no perks, nothing, and they just immediately whack the crap out of you and you're dead again. But that is a situation I can foresee happening. It would be amazing to catch it on camera because it'd be like, haha, your game is garbage. But it probably won't happen that way. Come on, zombies. I've got stuff to do. Such as 5 more maps. Surviving 20 rounds of it. Honestly, after I get past this map, it should be a lot smoother sailing and go a lot faster. Because town's pretty easy to play, even solo. Die Rise, it might give me some troubles. That might be the map I actually use the bank and everything just to get done with it and just not have to worry about the power. And, well, I still have to turn power on, but trying to build points for perks and Pack-a-Punch and the jumping jacks. Oh my gosh, the jumping jacks. I will say though, in the original Black Ops 2 version of this, the jumping jacks were not cracked out of their mind like the Black Ops 3 remaster when it came out. Like, holy Moses. Them things would literally insta-down you with Jug if you were not, like, ready for them. Or they had, like, jacked up hitboxes so you could not hardly shoot them. And you absolutely could not melee them. So, like, what do? Just die? Like, pretty much. But I think, thankfully, Zella and Davi and whoever else worked on the map actually came out with a fix and kind of fixed them so they're not nearly as, like, crackhead energy pulverizing you. And they're actually manageable and function fairly similar to they do in this. Or did in this, I guess. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played Black Ops 2 Die Rise. Mainly, if I do play... Well, I play on PC now because... RIP PlayStation 3. I'm sure it still works wherever it's at, but... I usually only play Mob of the Dead or, like, Town. Just because those two maps are... seem more fun co-op than anything when I play with people. I don't play much solo anymore on this just because I got lots of other stuff to do. Like record videos like this. Or custom maps, or if I'm just doing whatever. What little bit of time I actually do get to play. I would love that max ammo with zombies. Am I allowed to get it, or are we gonna, like, cluster around it and prevent me from picking it up? It's totally something the zombies would do in this game. Especially because I believe round 15 is when the random just, like, creeping Walker zombies start spawning in.
Double points.
Which, for anyone that wonders, it's not a bug. It's actually intentional that they spawn them like that. I think, I was asked about it at one point, and I think some of the devs that worked on Black Ops 2 Zombies came out and said, yeah, no, we just we did it to make it difficult. AKA, we're just trolling you guys. Alright, I need to absolutely yeet these things into another zip code so they don't ruin my perks. Actually, really lucky that whenever I threw that one there that it didn't affect Jug. If it would have affected Jug, I probably would have had to flip my desk over that. Invisible frickin' wall after I literally had just thrown a regular grenade in the same spot. Like, riddle me that one, Batman. Also, I will apologize now because I either will cut it out or nobody will watch at this point, but sorry for, like, the 7-hour-long video if I decide to not edit this one down. Which possibly could happen. Hello, zombies. I need to round you guys up. Oh gosh, that was a sketchy break to get through the zombies. Okay. Okay, slap happy zombies. Jesus. Chill. Oh, a carpenter. That's super helpful. Let me just tell you all about that. Send that grenade to wherever. So I probably have the 2 best weapons I can get for this map. Honestly, I don't care what people say. I think the hammer is probably the best LMG in this game, if not one of the best weapons. At least in zombies. Multiplayer is a little different, but in zombies, this gun wrecks. I can't remember. I think it actually has like the highest or second highest ammo count. Pack-a-punch? Well, it might be third actually, because the death machine's, you know, an actual weapon, not a drop. But not only has it got high ammo count, but it actually, I think, it's not far behind in like one of the strongest automatic weapons per like damage per shot. Especially upgraded in, you know, if you slap double tap 2.0 and perma perks on top of that, it puts out an impressive amount of damage, especially considering how much ammo you can have with it. Alright, yay, round 16, here we come. Go away, EMPs. To be fair, I don't even know if they're going off wherever I throw them. I think they might just be falling through the entire map, which would be hilarious. But anyways, I don't know, people complain about the hammer, like, oh, it's got high recoil, it's not accurate, whatever. But to be fair, these iron sights are actually pretty clean, especially because you get a little bit of like default magnification for whatever reason. But then also reload speed. Like, that's assault rifle type reload speed, but yet you've got a 125 round drum magazine. You can't argue with that. I mean, you can. Just can't argue anything valid, though. That's not saying, like, the MG08 and the LSAT's not good. They're still good weapons, but one's a belt-fed and has low ammo. The MG08's more or less exclusive to one map, and you can't double pack it. So you get no sights, no grip, nothing interesting, as if either a red dot, ACOG, or foregrips you know, colorful selection of attachments for a gun like the hammer, anyways. Truthfully, I just throw the grip on there just to say, oh, I've spent the money, and of course, I get a max ammo as I run right into them. Go away. I should be safe to throw it down there, right? Ooh. You know, EMP grenades are something we haven't really seen return in a multiplayer, at least as far as I know of. I know there's sort of devices that can disrupt electronics, but they're not grenades that you throw like that. I know in multiplayer, I used to be bad about spamming them things. Or not spamming them, but I would throw them because they could affect players through walls, and it was kind of like a hit scan device. I would just like, huh, is there somebody camping in this building, or is there somebody around this corner? Let me chuck this real quick and get a hit marker for it, and like absolutely ruin their electronics in the process, and then come around the corner and absolutely flatten them to the ground. Or, you know, you could just like delete sentry guns, or what was the other thing? Was it a grenade turret? No, it wasn't a grenade turret. There's something else like a sentry gun that was so annoying that I would use those on all the time too. It was satisfying because it's like, haha, you just killed like 8 people to get that, and now just a flick of a wrist and I've destroyed it already for you. Alright, zombies. I need you guys to like form a nice group so I can just absolutely dump the magazine into you. You know what? We're going to grab the nuke. Screw shooting them, we're going to just microwave them. Or melt them, or whatever radiation does to people. Burns them, I guess. I don't know. Radiation is a nasty, nasty thing, especially if you don't realize you're being irradiated. You know, if I didn't have the ray gun, I would probably grab that just because that's pretty good. I really wish they would have brought back a Magnum revolver like the Python in Black Ops 6. Definitely would be nice. Okay, zombies, chill out! I'm literally running full sprint away from you, and you're still, like, landing hits on me somehow. Yeah, it's actually kind of baffling that they did not bring a, like, high-powered Magnum-type handgun to Black Ops 6. I mean, I guess maybe the USP-45 is supposed to be that, but at the same time, it's not really a Magnum, or really high-powered, I guess. Obviously, in zombies, you pack a bunch, it basically becomes Sally and Mustang if you have akimbos, but still not quite like the Python was. Truthfully, it'd be nice to see the Python return and get like a better pack-a-punch upgrade, because really the only reason you would ever pack-a-punch the Python was for the speed reloader and to get more ammo for it. And all it basically did was refill your ammo. You didn't get much more. You didn't really get much more ammo for it. You just got a full reload, plus now you have a speed reloader attachment. And that, to be fair, I don't remember if it actually even increased damage. I think it does something with the damage range, where the illusion of it being more powerful, but really it's just your maximum damage range is like drastically increased, so zombies that are like 10 feet away now get killed by maximum damage rather than whatever minimum damage. I don't remember how it worked. It was something that actually doesn't increase its damage, but it does make it better. Sort of. Oh, we're already on round 20. Or about to be. It's funny what happens when you run your gums for 15 minutes straight. Don't you disable my perks. What if there's just a random mod in this game? It's like, just gets rid of EMPs. Like, completely. They don't do anything, and they're not even possible to, like, get out of the box anymore. It's an oddly specific mod to try to have for a game like this, but it'd be funny if there was such a thing. Alright, zombies, I'm going to shoot you now. You've all spawned. For the most part. Alright, round them up again. Delete that crawler before he ruins my day. Ow, ow, ow. A lot of damage. Of course, that little bit of jump had to hurt me too. It's not that that little bit of damage I was taking is going to kill me. What concerns me is it stops the health regen, and I can't tell it has, or I haven't fully recovered. So, you know, fire damage, a little bit of fall damage, okay, I'm fine. Whack. One hit from a zombie, even though it wasn't red screen, and I could seriously go down. Like, I've had that happen so much. It traumatizes me. Like 90% of the time, and when I die, I'm not even red screen. It feels like, or it's so short of a red screen time that I'm just dead instantly. For the fact that I'm sprinting away, and I'm literally red because I can't run away from the zombies. The hit stops me in my tracks every time, and that is the problem. That might be round 20 already. There's one more somewhere. There he is. Bye, zombie. Alright, that has been 20 rounds of farm survival. I am not fragging myself. I think I've taken enough downs from playing Bus Depot survival. Alright, on to town for 20 rounds.